Jungkook and Ryan hurried over there and saw the room was completely dark. Suddenly the lights turned on. Everyone shouted together, "Surprise!" Startled, there was a big banner that read "Happy Birthday." The room was decorated with colorful balloons, and standing there were Ryan's parents and Jungkook's parents. Big smiles lit up their faces. They happily rushed over to Ryan. Ryan stared at them in amazement, her heart still pounding. Everyone gathered around her and brought her to the birthday cake, placing a knife in her hand. Ryan could not understand what was going on. Her mind wasn't working properly. She made a wish and blew out the candles. After cutting the cake, she first fed a piece to Josie. Then one by one she fed cake to everyone. Suddenly Jungkook's mother said, "Jungkook's mom, feed some cake to Jungkook too." Wayne slowly walked over to Jungkook and held out a piece of cake near his mouth. Jungkook took a bite. Wyan, you all surprised me like this. I really thought something had happened, especially after seeing Josie's acting. I was actually scared. Jungkook's dad, this was all Jungkook's plan. He told us your birthday and you deserve a surprise. Jungkook shyly looked away and said, "Jungkook, I still can't believe Josie acted so well." Josie, of course I can act well. Saying that, Josie flipped her hair from in front of her face. Everyone burst out laughing at her expression. Ryan's mom, you are not facing any difficulties here, are you? Everything is fine, right? Ryan, everything is perfectly fine. I am really happy staying here. Jungkook's mom, I told you I will treat her like my own daughter. Seeing Wan so happy, her mother's eyes filled with tears. She hugged her. Wan also hugged her mom and dad. After many days, she met her parents. After a while, everyone sat down, ate, and chatted. Wan was very happy. Jungkook was looking at her brightening face. It got quite late, so they all had to leave. At night, today Wine felt very happy. She lay in bed and thinking. One point of view, I never imagined that life could change so suddenly, that so much joy would come and a new beginning would happen like this. It was beyond my imagination. Suddenly, she felt the baby in her belly kick for the first time. Feeling the movement, Wine gently placed her hand on her belly. Ryan, whoa, it's feel like you are happy too. Looks like you enjoyed today as well. As she said this, she filled a few more cakes. Ryan talked to her baby for a while and then drifted off to sleep. Morning has arrived. It's Sunday. Josie came into Jungkook's room to play with him. Ryan was feeding Josie. Jungkook sat beside them, playing with Josie while Ryan fed her. After Josie finished eating, she asked Ryan to come play with them. Ryan had been having stomach pain since morning, don't want to play with them, but looking at her face, she could not refuse. After playing for a while, Ryan suddenly felt a sharp pain in her stomach and sat down. Seeing her like this, both Jungkook and Josie ran to her. Josie, Mom, what happened? Do you have any stomach pain? Tears welled up in Wine's eye. Seeing her cry, Jungkook got scared. Suddenly, Wine said, Wine, what did you say? Say it again. Josie, did your stomach hurt? Wine, no. Before that, what did you say? Josie, Mom. Hearing that, Wine held Josie close and said, Wine, this is the first time you called me Mom. Saying this, Wine hugged Josie tightly. Seeing her cry, Jungkook understood everything and embraced them both. Wine's heartbeat quickened. After a moment, they broke the hug. Josie, but you didn't say if you are hurt. Wine, the baby kicked my belly. Josie, then the baby is bad. It's hurting you. Jungkook, no, babies kick inside the womb. That's how we know the baby is healthy. Josie, oh, I want to feel it too. Wine placed Josie's hand on her belly. In a few moments, the baby kicked again. Josie clapped her hand in excitement. Josie, Dad, look, the baby kicked again. Saying this, Josie took Jungkook's hand and placed it on Wine's belly. Jungkook felt it too. He is smiling. Wine's heart was racing. They spent a long time like this. Wine is now 8 months pregnant. A lot has changed during this time. Jungkook is no longer the same as before. He takes care of Wine all the time. Every day he takes her to the university and brings her back. Everyone at the university now knows that Wine is pregnant, but no one knows who her husband is. At the university, Wine was sitting on a bench with Jisoo beside her. A few girls nearby were whispering. Jungkook was walking nearby and overheard everything. Girl 1. Wine is pregnant, but we don't know who her boyfriend or husband is. Girl 2. Exactly. I never seen her with any guy. Girl 3. Could it be from a one night stand? Girl 2. How can that be? She is such a good girl. She would not do something like that. Girl 1. You never know. People aren't always who they seem on the outside. Wine and Jisoo heard all of it. Jisoo wanted to say something, but Wine held her hand and signaled her not to respond. Jungkook heard everything and could not control himself. He walked straight up to them. Jungkook, do you even know who you are talking about? The girls were startled by Jungkook's sudden approach and stood quietly with their heads down. Jungkook, I should have said this earlier. Jungkook walked to the front of the classroom. Jungkook, I have something to say to everyone. Listen carefully. One is my wife, and the baby she is carrying is mine. Everyone was shocked and turned to look at Wine. Wine was stunned too. She had always thought Jungkook didn't want the relation to be known at the university, which is why she avoided the topic. But hearing him say it loud in front of everyone made her very emotional. Later that night, Jungkook was helping Wine to study. Wine didn't really feel like studying, but Jungkook was being persistent. Josie was sitting nearby playing. Watching Jungkook force Wine to study is making Josie laugh, as she herself was often made to study the same way. Jungkook, how many times do I have to explain this same math problem to you? Wine, I keep forgetting it. What can I do? Jungkook, I keep telling you to practice regularly, but you never do it. Wine ignored him and quietly worked on the math. After a while, Jungkook's mom came in with some snacks. Jungkook's mom, how long are you going to keep teaching her? Let her rest now. She had enough. Jungkook, just a little longer. Jungkook's mom, I said no, and that's final. Hearing his mother, Jungkook stopped. Wine gave a mischievous smile and began eating. A few days later, one night Wine was craving spicy food. She went to the kitchen and found there was nothing to eat. Jungkook was walking there and saw her. Jungkook, what are you looking for? Wine, I really want something spicy, but there is no food in the house. Jungkook, want to go out? Let me take you. We can eat outside and go for a little walk too. Hearing that made Wine happy. Wine, let's go. That night, Jungkook and Wyan went out to eat together. On the way back, they walked slowly, chatting with each other. Wyan was feeling a bit of pain in her stomach. It wasn't the first time she had been having this kind of pain often. She was scared, so she never told anyone. They returned home. Today, Wine was feeling unwell. She was laying in the bed when suddenly she felt intense pain in her abdomen. Wine began to calling out loudly for help. Jungkook rushed into her room and saw her writhing in pain. Quickly, he took her to the car. Josie and Jungkook's mother went with them. Doctor, it's not the time for her delivery. Then why is she in so much pain? Did she fall or something? Jungkook, no doctor, nothing like that happened. She just suddenly felt extreme pain and started crying. The doctor immediately took Wine into the delivery room. Hearing Wine crying, Josie began crying too. Jungkook's mother tried to comfort her. Jungkook sat silently in a corner, his hands and the feet cold with fear. Soon Wine's parents and other family members arrived. From inside they could still hear Wine's cries. A nurse came out. Nurse, the baby's umbilical cord is wrapped around its body. Delivering it is becoming very difficult. We will have to perform a C-section. Jungkook, then please do it. Just make sure nothing happens to either the mother or the baby. Nurse, listen. Both the mother and the baby are in critical condition. We might not be able to save both. We need you to sign a consent form. Hearing this, Jungkook felt like his world was collapsing. He could not think straight. Everyone, including Wine's parent and his family, started crying. With trembling hands, Jungkook signed the form and went to sit quietly in a corner. Time passed. Wine's cries could no longer be heard from inside. Everyone outside grew more anxious. Suddenly, the sound of a baby's cry echoed through the hallway. A nurse came out holding the baby. Everyone rushed to see the newborn. But Jungkook didn't look. He went straight inside and saw Wine unconsciousness. He panicked. Doctor, the mother is completely fine. She will regain consciousness soon. There is nothing to worry about. Hearing this, Jungkook felt a wave of relief. He went outside, saw the baby, and held it in his arms. A little while later, Wine regained consciousness. She saw Jungkook sitting beside her, holding the baby. Jungkook gently placed the baby on Wine's chest. Wine held the baby close and lay still. Soon the whole family came in. Josie, he is so teeny, like a little doll. Saying this, Josie touched the baby's cheek. Everyone sat around and comforted her to make her relax. Jungkook, how are you feeling now? Does it still hurt? Wyan, just a little. Jungkook, should I bring you something to eat? Do you want to take your medicine? Wyan, yes. Jungkook brought food for Wyan. She ate and took her medicine. Now she is taking rest. After some time, Josie wanted to hold the baby. Wyan gently placed the baby in Josie's arms. Moments later, the baby peed on Josie's lap. Josie, oh no, what did he just do? Seeing Josie's reaction, everyone burst into laughter. 7 years later. 7 years had passed, bringing many changes. Josie and Jangsu had grown up. The house was in messy as the two were fighting, neither willing to concede. Suddenly, a loud voice shouted from behind. They turned to see one standing there glaring at them. Immediately, they let go of each other. One said sternly, "What's going on here? Everything is a mess. How many times do I have to tell you to keep things steady?" Both of them lowered their heads and apologized, then began cleaning up. Wine placed her hand on her belly and slowly tried to stand up. She was 9 months pregnant and could go in labor at any moment, so she was being very cautious. A while later, Jungkook came home and was surprised to find the house was organized. As it was usually messy, he quietly approached and saw Wine sleeping. In another room, he found the children studying. Wine woke up and saw Jungkook coming out of the washroom, freshly cleaned. She was about to get up, but Jungkook stopped her. "Jungkook, no, you don't need to get up in this condition. You should rest." Wine stayed in bed. Jungkook came over and placed his hand on her belly and spoke to the baby. That night, while everyone else was asleep, two persons were secretly eating ice cream. Suddenly, they heard a noise from behind and turned to see their father. "Jungkook, what are you two doing?" They tried to hide the ice cream in fear, but Jungkook had seen everything. "Jungkook, should I call your mother?" Both shook their heads and pleading silently. Jungkook, "All right, I won't call her, but on one condition. You have to give me some ice cream too." They all started eating ice cream together. Suddenly, they heard a cock from behind and turned to see Wine standing there. They tried to run, but Wine cocked all three. "Wine, eating ice cream at night. Every morning I find the fridge empty." "Jiangsu, we don't know anything. Dad called us and gave us ice cream." Hearing this, Jungkook thought to himself, "He just threw me under the bus." As Jungkook was about to say something, Wine suddenly felt pain in her abdomen and noticed her water had broken. "Wine, my water just broke. Let's go to the hospital quickly." Jungkook hurriedly took her to the hospital. The doctor took Wine into the delivery room while Jungkook waited outside, worried. After some time, he heard the sound of a baby crying. A nurse came out with a baby and handed him to Jungkook. Nurse said, "It's a boy." Jungkook kissed the baby's forehead. Jungkook went inside to see Wynawak looking at them. He approached her and placed the baby in her arms. Later, everyone came to see the baby. "Josie, I wanted a sister. I don't like having another brother." "Jungsu, I am very happy because now we have another brother. We will team up and irritate you." Josie got angry at Jungsu's comment. Seeing all this, everyone started laughing. Jungkook and Wyan looked at each other and smiled.